Hey, I'm Andy, we're back with Duelyst 2 and we're gonna do the weekly challenge. Alright, Magmar and... oh, jeez. Vanar. Yeah, well, I don't know why that was not in my head. So, we are the Vanar. The opponent's general is right here, 15 health. We do have 3 crystal wisps, which I assume we're gonna use. Because the Dying Witch says gain a mana crystal, there's also 3 extra mana tiles. But there are Frostwells and Zenruis behind those Frostwells. But we do have a Crazed, which says this is Veil and Frenzy if you have 9+ mana crystals, so I assume we're gonna get 9. But I mean, if we use the Crystal Wisps to get the mana, we're not gonna get the extra crystal because the Frostwells don't have the attack. But anyways, we have a Fenrir War Master, Dying Wish, summon a Ghost Wolf on the space, Lady Lock. You have other non-token minions you summon this turn, +1/+1 and provoke. You also have Riftwalker, Airdrop, deal 2 damage to the nearest unit in front, behind, above, and below this. So I mean, we can try and do funny stuff with the Riftwalker plus Crystal Wisps. Just get a 3 for maybe, or maybe yeah, 3 for maybe. So I assume we can just ignore the opponents. Oh, we'll see. Anyways, there's also Aspect of the Mountain, transform a minion into a seismic elemental and deal 5 damage to enemy minions of unit. Okay. We also have a Cryogenesis, deal 4 damage to a minion, draw a Vesper. I don't know if it's a guaranteed Vesper we're gonna draw every time, but we also have a Repulsor Beast, teleport any right enemy minion to any space. So, what I was thinking is something like this. And we'll play the Riftwalker here, maybe? So that gives us the crystals, but it doesn't give us the mana. So that's, I assume, I mean we can just go like this too. Something like this. Because then we can, when we drop the Riftwalker, we can just do 2 damage to the general too. So if we drop it like right here, we still get the crystals. But we have to spend 3 first? Let's see, because if we grab the mana springs, we'll be just wasting the 3 mana, so we have to do 3 first, I think. But the question is, which 3 do we do first? Like, the Fenrir War Master seems fine, but I don't think that's the right play. Lady Lock also seems interesting with the give non-other token summon the non-token minion summon this turn +1/+1 and provoke. But aside from the Riftwalker, I don't know what we're going to play. Assuming we play 3, we'll be at 0. We grab 3, then we'll be at 6, right? I mean 6 total crystals. No, it's just +1 mana, so I don't think this will get 9+. I could be wrong. I mean, I probably am wrong about this, but you can also test out Cryogenesis as well. This one has Perseverance, so we can do Repulsor Beast, see how that works. So I can do, I mean, should we? Let's do, what can we do? Do you have other non-token minions you summon this turn? I mean, let's try Lady Lock, sure. So we have none, no mana. We'll grab these. 3. We'll do a Rift Walker here. Or maybe I'm too hung up on getting the 9+ mana crystals for Crazed. Cause I don't know if it's even possible. So we did 2 damage, so that the opponent's at 13. If we do 5, just flat out, the opponent's going to be at 8. I just don't know how we're gonna. I mean, Aspect of the Mountains, maybe. But then you have to find a way. Maybe we just throw it at the. We just throw it at the flanks are. So let's do Cryogenesis first. See what we're gonna draw. If we're gonna draw. So we don't have we don't draw. So that was just to make sure. So maybe we do this. Do we attack the flanks are? Or yeah, I guess we have to use this to attack the flanks are. Let's do this. Do this. Because we can airdrop the Riftwalker. And then we'll get another mana. Get another mana. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. So let's see. So we do. I am so confused as what to do. So we can do this. So we'll get 1. So that means we can grab 1, right? We can do something like this. So we're a 4. Then if we... yeah, I'm kind of stumped with this one. So maybe... I'm tempted to do Aspect of the Mountains, but it doesn't damage the general too, so... I'm so hung up on the 9+ mana crystal that I feel like we have to use it, but I don't see how. So I mean, I could just be wrong about that. That could just be a red herring. So... Alright. So yeah, I'll just try to figure this out on my own, and I'll jump cut and we'll see if I solve it. Alright, I think I got this, and it was mainly me thinking back to like Duelyst 1 and before all these updates, and yeah, I totally forgot Elucidator. Elucidator got changed, so it says when this takes damage, deal 2 damage to your generals. I totally forgot about that. I thought it was still the old version where the general takes damage as you summon it, so I was like, okay, we got Elucidators here, so yeah. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is move these Crystal Wisps to do 2 damage to the Elucidator, so we can do through transference, I guess, 2 damage to the enemy general per. So now the enemy's at 11. So what we can do is we'll move this to get the mana. I guess we'll move this to get the mana. I don't know why I didn't move there. Then we'll move our general down here to get the other mana, and then we can use our Riftwalker to get the other mana. So now the enemy is at 9. So we do need to get rid of this Crystal Wisp. So what we're going to do is we'll play the Repulsor Beast. We'll move this Flanksar over here. And we can use our Crystal Wisp to attack the Flanksar. So now we have, it says 6. But if we go over here with our Crazed and try to attack, it does do, it has Frenzy and Veil, so I don't know why. I don't know why that's so. a swing for 5, and then since it'll damage the elucidators as well, it will do 4 more damage, so that will be lethal. That is how you solve the weekly solution, but I'm not quite sure why. You know, so I mean, it works because maybe it thinks. Let's go back. Because maybe it thinks. Because I thought we only had 6 crystals, but if we go here, so let's do this systematically. So we'll attack the crystal wisp. Will die. We'll gain a mana crystal. So now we're at 4. We'll attack this crystal wisp here. We have 5. So that makes sense to me right now. Then we'll move this crystal wisp up here. Oh, wait, no. So we're at 3, 4, 5. But then there's still an extra one. Huh. So maybe let's grab this one as well. Okay, so that I did not know that. all these years playing Duelyst and Duelyst 2, I did not realize that the things shifted over. Because right now, I was paying attention to the number over here, but as you can see, we have 5. Like the number says, we have 5 usable mana right here. But then we also have these 2 extra depleted crystals, so in essence we have 7. And then once we use the Riftwalker to drop in all this mana, we will have 8, like so. And we're still missing 1 for the Crazed, but then once we repulse our beast, I guess anything except the Elucidator really, or maybe the Elucidator will work as well. I don't know, but I worked it out what the flanks are, so we'll just swing. So even though this says out of 6, I guess because there's 9, we technically have 9 crystals for this turn. And then once the turn ends, as you saw, this came back down to 6, so. Okay, that's one thing I'd never really realized because I've always paid attention to the number rather than the symbols. So that's on me. So yeah, that was how you solve the weekly challenge. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, thank you for watching and have a nice day.